Hey guys, what's up? My name is Naughty Boy, and today we're going to be talking about Mass Effect Andromeda and my wish list of what I feel should be in the game. First off, I just want to say I've been a huge fan of the Mass Effect series to the point where it's one of my all-time favorite video game franchises of all time. I love the characters, the story, the combat, and the entire galaxy BioWare has created for us. Now, even though I felt the ending to Mass Effect 3 was disappointing, it didn't completely diminish the quality of the series as a whole and was just a major flaw in an otherwise awesome trilogy. So with the announcement of Mass Effect Andromeda coming next year, I feel it'd be necessary for fans to voice their opinions on how to improve the next game. So without further ado, these are just some of my thoughts. Number 1 is being able to scan your face into the game. One of the first things you do in any of the Mass Effect games is customizing your Shepard in any way you want. And I'm sure there are other fans like myself who have spent a great deal of time in order to make their Shepard look like themselves. In order to move forward, there needs to be a way we can make our characters look exactly like ourselves. Being able to scan your face into the game isn't impossible. Just look at NBA 2K15, where players can scan their faces onto their basketball avatar. I mean, sure, it's not the most perfect facial scanning technology out there, since it does take quite a bit of finesse as well as ideal lighting conditions to make it work, but I'm sure BioWare can pull it off. Number 2 is having more dialogue options. One of the most appealing things in Mass Effect, as well as any other BioWare game, is being able to shape your character through what they say. Mass Effect 1 and 2 gave you at least 3 different dialogue responses when talking to other characters. However, by Mass Effect 3, most of the time you only had 2 dialogue options, being either a Paragon or Renegade. I was actually surprised about how limited the choices were, not only because it was limited, but also because there weren't that many ways to shape my Shepard's personality. I either chose to go straight good guy or straight asshole, and if I were going back and forth, he would feel inconsistent or bipolar, which felt a bit weird. Dragon Age Inquisition went in the right direction by giving you different emotional responses every so often, such as serious, humorous, saddened, or happy. By giving you more optional responses, it gave you the tools you needed to shape your own character in more ways than just good or bad. Number 3. Developing the romances more. Romance is something BioWare loves to tackle in any of their games, but Mass Effect has become more synonymous with it, mainly because of the awkward lovemaking scenes. It just seems to me in order to make things bigger and better, there needs to be more time developing the romances. In the first Mass Effect, all you had to do was speak to Liara a few times in order to get to the previously mentioned awkward sex scene. It was all good and fine at the time, but being that this is going to be the 4th installment, maybe there should be more of a challenge when it comes to hitting on that really hot Asari chick. Maybe you can only romance certain people based on your Paragon or Renegade status, or maybe another member of your crew has also got their eyes set on them, and you two are in competition with one another. Again, Dragon Age Inquisition went in the right direction by creating more scenes and more drama when it came to the romances, Josephine being a prime example, where you had to fight in a duel against the man she was arranged to marry. Number 4. Being able to customize your ship. The Mako from the first Mass Effect is making a comeback, and now it is possible to customize it. But what about the ship you're certain to spend a lot of time in? In Mass Effect 2, you were able to upgrade the Normandy, but that was only out of necessity during the final suicide mission in order to keep everyone alive. What I want is to make the ship feel like my own by choosing colors for the interior and exterior, picking out furniture and decorations, or hell, maybe we could pick out an entirely new ship from a whole lineup of other ships. The name of the game is customizing, and making sure we're not stuck with the same ship as everyone else. Lastly, I would definitely like to have meaningful side quests. Mass Effect 1 had a few interesting side quests and quest lines. One that comes to mind is the Cerberus quest line involving Admiral Kohoku, where you figure out what happened to his team and help take down Cerberus bases. Mass Effect 2 and 3 didn't really have any of these types of quest lines. When it came to Mass Effect 2, you would just go down to a planet, shoot a bunch of people, and be done with the mission. And in Mass Effect 3, most of what you did was doing a bunch of fetch quests for people in the Citadel. There weren't many side quests that had interesting or compelling stories attached to them, which is something Andromeda needs in order to be called an improvement over its predecessors. But anyway guys, that's just my small wish list of what I feel should be in Mass Effect Andromeda. If you have any wishes of your own, then leave them down in the comment section below. I'm actually curious about what other people have to say, and as always, thanks for watching, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.